Well, that's not a bad start, is it? Nice flies. Oh, nice 10-inch fish. Right, well, I'm back on the yo today, and what I've done is fight my way through all the cornfields to get up to, well, just around this corner is Codshead Bridge, which is the bridge over the Crediton to Exeter Road, and I'm going to fish from there up to Kersford Weir, maybe into the golf course section if I've got enough time. If we can get this bit done, this is pretty much the last of the yo, I think. That should have everything pretty much covered then in terms of the club water. So at the moment I'm just fishing, well, I've got a nymph on the point and a wet fly on the dropper with a little, well, it's a furled leader, but the point has got an orange tip woven into it as a sighter, so I'm trying to see the takes. If we see any rising fish, obviously I'll put a dry fly on and target them with that, but that's not a bad start. Tangled up. There. Road's pretty noisy, isn't it? Well, that's not bad. Another fish to the little pheasant tail. See that? Feels like a better fish. Nice. Yeah, another 10-inch fish. I'm not sure if the camera's picking that up, but hopefully you can see the little orange tip on this furled leader. I'm just watching that. If it stops or twitches or moves or there's anything out of the ordinary, just strike. Right, well, we're up above the road bridge now. You probably still hear the traffic just in the distance. This section through here is really quite shallow, so I'm just going to wade through most of it, I think, and see if I can find some deeper water. There's not much point in me trying to nymph this, so just getting caught on the bottom as soon as they land, almost, really. Might be alright if there was loads of rising fish in it, but I'm still yet to see my first rise, so we'll see how the day goes on. I thought I'd stop and make use of this log and have a bit of Levenses, the all-important pork pie. Normally this time of year, it's like the heat you have to worry about. You get obviously hot days during August, and then it's best to fish really early or really late. Well, not this year. It's pretty cold. We've got a northwesterly wind, which just seems to be coming downstream, which is never nice. So the nymphs, I suppose, are helping me punch into that a bit. But a very Very strange here. And that was a bit of a surprise. I was expecting there only to be fairly small fish in this shallow water, but this isn't a bad fish at all. I can get it in. Yeah, lovely. Look at that. Whoa. That's fine. Right, put this rod down over here. Oh, there it is. What's going on? Let's come out the net. There we are. Right, what size is this? "11 inches. Very nice trout. Well, I still haven't seen anything rise, but having a few fish on the nymph. We've got a bit of a tree issue coming up here, haven't we? I'll have to get out and go round that by the looks of it. It's actually quite a bit deeper in under there where that fish came out of, so that's why there was a better one lying there under those roots. I'm going to try and climber over this tree now. I didn't think it was going to be quite so windy as this today. I think if anything does hatch, it's probably just going to get blown away. Right in there he was. Well, not surprisingly, where this tree's gone in, it's made it really deep in there. Obviously the water's plunging underneath the trunk there. So I can't get round there very easily. And then there's another tree come down just further up. So even when I get past this one, I'm still a bit stymied. So I think, on that side doesn't look very good. I think I'm going to try and get up through this tree here and into the maize field and walk along the bank a bit and find another spot to come back in. It's a shame because that's normally a really nice pool, that next one, but it's now full of tree. There we are. So in terms of getting in and out, boles of trees and tree roots are always a good place to look for. So I'm back up into the field now. I'm going to walk along. So I'll find another place to get back in. Well, I have made it down the bank there to get above the obstruction. It's a shame that. It's a really nice pool in through there. It's now full of tree, and I have just seen a fish rise actually off the edge of the tree stump there. That's only the second rise I've seen. So I might try it in a minute with a sort of down and across with this nymph. Might be a slight change in audio now because I've put it's so windy, I've actually put the windsock on the camera, which I've never actually used before, so let's see what the audio comes out like with this on it. Let's have a cast down by that log and see. Try not to get caught in it. Oh, kingfisher. Nice. Ah, while I was watching the kingfisher, there's the fish. Whoa. I think that's taken the little wet fly, the little Stuart spider I've got on above the nymph. Cool. I'll get below it. I'll get it out of that flow. Come on. see where it is. Yes! Wow. Another good fish. And the hook's come out in the net. Wow. What's going on? Is it tangled up? Oh no. It's all tangled up. Made a right mess of my leader. Right, I'm not mucking about. Let me cut this. Let me tie it in a minute. It's actually, I think the fly's gone actually through the fish's little gill piece there. That's why it's so tangled. It's a good 12-inch fish, that. Back in. There it goes. Right, let's get the flies back. Got quite a lot of pools like this up here. Long, slow, fairly deep stuff. I should think if there was a nice hatch of mayfly or something going on, this would be a hell of a place to come and fish, but the nymph seems to be working better in the faster water today, so not sure, maybe I can just wade up through here. I was going to get out and walk through the field again, but I'm going to try and wade up through here, I think. See how deep it is. I have actually just seen a couple of fish rise now in this run here. I don't think they're very big ones, but having had a few fish now, throwing these big nymphs around, so it'd be quite nice to try a dry fly. So I'm going to take off this furled leader here, which has got my nymphing set up on it. So all I do is swap the whole leader for the dry fly leader now. Maybe a bit fiddly getting the flies through this loop here, but okay, take that up. Take the dry fly leader. I keep my leaders sort of made up on these little cast carriers here, and this is just a piece of, I think they call it noodle, the swimming pool things, just chopped up with a little slot put in here. Oh, I don't know why the camera's playing up, just stopped recording twice there. Anyway, so take my dry fly leader. These are furled leaders made out of fly tying thread that I make myself. You can buy them just as easy. The loop through there. Fly back through this loop in the end of the fly line. It's a trickier bit. There we are, I'm ready to start dry fly fishing. Just going to put this nymphing leader away. The furled leaders are a little bit like fly fishing marmite. Some people love them, some people hate them. I think they give you a really good presentation myself, but Each to their own. Maybe if I get really bored during the winter, I'll do a video of how I make them. Just spin them up on a jig with an electric drill. Right, put that away. See if we can go and catch one on a dry fly. There's a couple of fish rising about now though, a few in here. So I've changed to good old faithful of the parachute Adams and see what I can do with that. Easy casting in this wind. Got one. It was odd, wasn't it? It was like that bit fell out the tree next to it, almost spurred the fish into taking it. Nice. I haven't got that first one on the Adams. The rest of them have just ignored it, so I'm going through the box now. Nearly lined it. Oh, it's wind. Wind is not making life easy today. Just blows it back towards you. Oh, kingfish come up. Oh, it's turned around and gone the other way. Oh no, there's two of them. Cool. Stopping for a bit of lunch now. Taking out a bit of this bloody balsam while I'm here. Only had one more rise to dry fly through that pool, just in this fast run here, and just pricked it and came off. I don't think it's a dry fly day. It's definitely a nymph day. I might switch over to the duo after lunch and try that for a bit, I think. Right, well, I've switched on to the duo. A big sedge and then a 2mm beaded nymph underneath. Those fish sipping down there in that pool, they just beat me up really. I caught one, missed one, that was about it. It's not a lot rising in the faster water, unfortunately. I think this is probably the windiest I've been out in this year. There he is blowing. I'm not sure I'm going to bother with the golf course section today. Just going to try and get up to Kersford Weir, show you that bit, and then start the long trudge back. Well, we've got another really long, slow pool here with another massive tree in the way. I don't remember this one being down. Strikes me this is the sort of water that if somebody was a real expert with like French nymphing, you could do quite well on. I'm not, unfortunately. It's a nice consistent depth. Just do with a nice big hatch of fly. It's actually getting quite cold now. God, am I even going to be able to get past this? I'll try and scramble up through here, I think. There's nowhere else to go. Look at that. Did it make a sound? Can't get over there. Don't know, it looks a bit deep in there. It's a bit deep in there. The wagtail. God, this is going to take some clearing, isn't it, if we come and attempt this. Again, really lovely pool here. This is the bit you'd want to fish. I'll try and get up out of that bank somehow. And if you're coming to fish this bit, then be aware it's not easy. It takes a bit of clambering in and out all over the place. Bring your crampons with you. That's the pool I want to fish there. I don't want to get in there. Over here somewhere. Right, we'll go down there a minute. This is what it's like. No nice manicured banks for us. I wish I had the double nymph on now. I'd have tried it down and across in there again. Well, I've hooked 2 or 3 now on the duo, on the nymph, and they've all fallen off. I'll just hand this one, I think. I've only got one dat to show you. Well, there we are, we've made it up to Kersford Weir. One more drop fish on the duo, that was all. Just round that corner then is the railway line bridge, and then you start the bottom section of the golf course area, but I think I'm going to come back and find a different way to get to there and show you that bit. And that should be all of the yo covered then. Right, I'm going to find a way up through here into the field so I can start the long trudge back to the car. Not too bad, I suppose. All fish on the nymph, but good average size. No, one on the dry fly, but the rest are all on the nymph. There's some nice fish in there. Tricky conditions, this wind. My casting's not the best, but a lot of the time it was coming back towards me. Right. Catch you next time.